Welcome to the Entrepreneur Happy Hour, where we dive into the world of business. I'm your host, Kimberlee Deneice, and each week we will bring you inspiring interviews, insightful business trends, and stories from entrepreneurs around the globe. Join us as we explore their journeys, uncover the highs and lows, and everything in between. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or a seasoned business owner, there is something here for you. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, and let's talk about business. I am excited about today's episode of the Entrepreneur Happy Hour. Our guest today is none other than Dr. Taura Long, who is a primary care family physician. She's been doing that for 13 years. She takes care of all ages, and she just launched her own innovative primary care practice, Together Health. So really excited to talk to her about that. But I'm even more excited about the fact that Taura and I met about 26 years ago or more.
Yes.
In high school. So excited. Tigers coming together,
yes.
Doing things. So it'll be exciting to just talk to her and learn more about her story today. So Taura, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
And I know this might seem a little bit awkward, right? Sitting in a coffee shop, doing a podcast, but I wanted to ask you a few icebreaker questions before we kind of hop into the interview, if that's okay.
That's okay. That's perfect.
All right. So, since the name of our show is the Entrepreneur Happy Hour and our tagline is grab your favorite beverage and let's talk about business, what is your favorite beverage, Taura?
Oh my goodness. So I went somewhere else. I just put water. I mean, happy hour, I could go for, a classic margarita would be a nice happy hour drink. But in general, water with a side of water enhancer.
I love it. Staying hydrated and keeping it healthy.
Yes.
Okay, my next question for you. What's a fun fact about you that most people don't know?
That's a great question. So a fun fact about me that most people don't know is that I like to write short stories. I write poems, and I have a poetry book that I've had pretty much my entire life.
That is awesome. I did not know that about you.
Yes.
Shout out to all the creative writers out there.
Absolutely, because I'm a science brain for sure, but I do dabble in the short story world.
I love that. That is awesome. And that's exciting to know that you have like that creative outlet as well. I find that entrepreneurs who are very skilled and stay at the top of their game in their field, those that are most successful have hobbies or something creative that they do that uses a different part of their brain.
Absolutely. I can see that. Doing that has allowed me to stay just grounded. My job can be quite stressful from time to time. So the ability to write, freestyle, put some rap lyrics on some paper, it just helps me let go.
I love that. So it's interesting to talk about that because one of the things that I love talking to entrepreneurs about is kind of like balancing, like work-life balance. Some people don't like that term. They like to say more ebbs and flows. Yeah. But however you look at it, you have to make time for not only your professional life, but for your personal life as well.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the reasons why when I started to think about doing something different like Together Health, it was for a work-life balance. I've been a doctor for 13 years, primary care doctor, and in the primary care world can sometimes be all-consuming, can be overwhelming. And so for me, when my loans got paid off, I was at a place where I could stop and say, well, what do you really want to do? And I really wanted to continue being a primary care doctor because I love being a primary care doctor. I love my patients. However, I wanted a better work-life balance. And so that's what started brainstorming. I ran into my business partner randomly. We had a mutual friend, and he said, I think you're the missing link to what I've been trying to get started. So Together Health developed by my business partner approaching me and saying, would you like something different? And I decided to go ahead and jump out there and get started with Together Health.
I love that so much. And I love this concept that you all are providing exceptional health care for individuals and their families when and where it's needed. And I like that this idea is innovative, and a lot of our listeners, as well as a lot of the guests we've had on the show, they are innovative, and that's a new kind of buzzword in entrepreneurship. And so I love like this innovative idea and how you got started, and that you have business partners. I would love to talk with you a little bit more about this concept that you all have created in the healthcare world that many of us may or may not be aware of, maybe haven't heard of. And so I'm excited to learn more about your practice.
Absolutely. So Together Health is a subscription-based primary care practice. Okay, so what does that mean? Subscription-based means that we don't accept health insurance. So for patients that may be either dissatisfied with how their health insurance minimizes their ability to get what they need, or they're underutilizing the healthcare insurance for fear that they can't get what they need, we are an option. So subscription-based practices are various kinds. We are not concierge because we are affordable. Concierge has a misnomer that only a certain part of the patient population can afford. So our primary care practice is affordable, $41 a month for single patients. If you want to do your family, it's $72 a month. And we're open Sunday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So you can have access to your healthcare team at any time, as well as not break your bank by doing so. It's my philosophy, it's my belief that everyone deserves great, excellent health care, not just the people who can afford it. It's also my belief that if you need something from your doctor, you ought to get a response in a timely fashion. And it's also my belief that if you needed a visit with your primary care doctor, it shouldn't be 90 days out, 30 days out, or even a few weeks out. And so we sat down, brainstormed, and said, how can we help patients, but then also help physicians, doctors? Because everyone right now is a little bit dissatisfied. We're all really not happy with healthcare in general. And so our subscription-based, affordable primary care practice allows patients to utilize us when and where they want on their time. And not to mention, I forgot to mention this, my subscription-based practice, Together Health, we do in-home visits. So we come directly to you. You don't have to go anywhere. If you have a busy entrepreneur lifestyle, you don't have to go anywhere. If you've got 2-3 kids, we come to you. So not only do we offer in-home, we also offer virtual. So for the busy person that may not be able to take off from work, sit in a waiting room for hours, and then when you get to the back, still not feel satisfied about your conversation with your doctor, Together Health is an alternative practice. It's an alternative way that you can still get what you need, but in a way that makes sense.
I love that so much. And thank you for sharing that. And after hearing that, I know a lot of people are probably wondering like how they can, connect and follow your practice. But we want to make sure that you all know right now the primary focus is Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. I'm a Memphian, always will be a Memphian. We've known each other 26 years, Whitehaven High School, go Tigers. But I currently live in Nashville, Tennessee. We launched in July, so a newer practice. But we are available right now for Davidson County. If you are in the Nashville area, just reach out. We will link my website my details if you're interested. But absolutely reach out, ask questions. I think this is so new that lots of people have questions. Don't feel free to climb into my personal social media, Facebook, or you can go to my professional page, Dr. Taura Long, and send me a message that way. But absolutely reach out, because this is a new way of practicing medicine. It's new, it's old. And so in the past, people did in-home visits. We're just going back to somewhat of the old, just so patients can get more, can be more excited about their health.
I love that so much. All right, y'all heard Dr. Taura. She said the DMs are open now, but that's for professional inquiries. All right, don't try any of that other stuff. All right, y'all. So just excited to learn more about the subscription model and all of this. And
yes,
you all are a startup, and so many of the listeners know what it means to be a startup, or some are aspiring entrepreneurs and are maybe still in the ideation phase.
Absolutely.
But I wanted to just talk with you a little bit more about your biggest challenge. Like, what is the biggest challenge you've faced going this route, right? And how did you overcome it?
Okay, absolutely. That's a great question. The first big obstacle was my guilt, because I've been a primary care doctor for 13, 14 years. I have relationships with patients that span the entire time that I've been practicing medicine. And some people don't necessarily want to go with the subscription base. So I felt guilty because of those relationships that I might be losing. However, what I'm offering, I'm so passionate about it that I would say stay grounded in your purpose. So absolutely, I would say that was an obstacle. Another obstacle is that don't forget to do your research. See where the market is. My business partner, he studied for a year. When I came on board, we studied for another year. Don't forget to cross your I's, or cross your T's, dot your I's. You want to make sure that you know what is already out there. You want to make sure where you stay grounded in what you want to do as well. But once you do those things and once you have purpose, just stick with it, choose your gut, keep grinding. Absolutely.
I love that so much. And so as you were saying that, you were talking about purpose, and constantly doing your research as well.
Yes.
One of the conversations I have a lot when people want to kind of get into marketing conversations.
Absolutely.
And, I want to do ads and I'm not reaching enough people. And if I have this many followers, but anyone who started any type of business knows that customer discovery is an important part of knowing who you're even marketing to. And a lot of people skip that step. And so I love what you and your business partners are doing, and the fact that you have patients, you provide a service, but those patients are also your customer, right?
Absolutely.
So in thinking about that unique dynamic that some of us, depending on our industry, may or may not have, the people that we serve, being our customer, being our end user as well, right?
Yes.
I want to talk to you a little bit more about that, and what have you learned since starting this process from your customers to help you kind of keep moving forward in the direction you're going? And I know this wasn't one of the kind of pre-interview questions. So
That's okay. I like this question though. Recently, I had a conversation with a client, patient, you name it. She told me that stay grounded, Dr. Long, because us that want something better for ourselves as far as our health is concerned, will utilize Together Health, because $41, if you think about it, that's less than what you'll pay for your Uber Eats. That's less than what you'll pay for any membership to anything. And in a community, as a person in a community, choosing yourself, choosing your health is well worth $41. So my patients have told me that. They told me to stay grounded. They said, we love you, Dr. Long. We know that you have always been for the people. You ride for the people. We know where your heart is. And we see you trying to make a difference for us. And so my patients know that I'm always available no matter what. Will be always available no matter what. And as Together Health grows, I'm still going to be the doctor for the people, for my patients, always a listening ear. But my patients have told me that they like the fact that they'll be able to get a hold of me anytime they want now, even more so than what they previously were able to get a hold of me. So I have had positive reinforcement. What I do is one patient at a time. I treat every patient like a family member. I treat them like they're special because all my patients are special. And I think that resonates with my patient population of past and of my patient population of now and my future patient population. So all I can say is that I've gotten positive feedback from patients who moved over with me to Together Health. And that keeps me grounded. It keeps me rooted in my purpose.
I love that. I'm just going back to exceptional health care.
Yes.
White glove service.
Yes.
Come on.
Absolutely. You can have that and not break the bank. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. So, Taura, you are a wealth of knowledge, and I appreciate everything that you've been open to share about your business. I want to get more into talking about being an entrepreneur. What's the most important lesson that you've learned as an entrepreneur that you wish you knew when you started?
Oh my goodness. It's a very simple thing for me, I think. And that's don't be afraid to bet on yourself. I am one of those people that have always put others in front of me. And I'm going to tell you that what almost prevented me from pushing forward with Together Health was not believing in myself. And so for any entrepreneur out there, don't hesitate to bet on yourself. You know who you are. You know your heart. Stick with it. Keep grinding. Stay positive. But absolutely don't be hesitant to bet on yourself.
I love that. I love that so much because it's not only an important lesson that you've learned as an entrepreneur, that also sounds like some solid advice for anyone aspiring into entrepreneurship that's just starting out. I'm so grateful for this conversation.
Me too.
I'm excited to be able to celebrate your practice and the things that you're doing in Davidson County. And just looking forward to more. So thank you so much for your time today, Taura.
Well, thank you for this. I get a little nervous when I am approached in this way. I'm really good one-on-one, patient to physician, but this was very important for me to get the word out, to share my perspective, because this is so new. A lot of people didn't really quite understand, well, what does that mean, Dr. Long? So it just means that you get to have exquisite care in a way that you deserve. And that's what I'm trying to do with Together Health. So I appreciate you pushing me a little bit outside my box, having this conversation. It was great to run into you randomly at a Starbucks. I mean, oh my goodness, in Whitehaven, Memphis, Tennessee.
I know.
You know, I feel like that's another thing with entrepreneurship. You got to let it go. You got to let things ebb and flow. Be flexible, because you never know what's at your local Starbucks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. Thank you so much again, Taura.
Yes, thanks for having me.
And that's it. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Entrepreneur Happy Hour. A big shout out to our guest today. Thank you for sharing your incredible journey and insights with us. If you would like to connect with them, their handles are in the description. But also, if you go to our website, theentrepreneur.happyhour.com, you can find more information about them, be able to read a little bit about their story, and connect with them as well. We hope you found inspiration and valuable takeaways in today's conversation. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review if you enjoyed this episode. Stay connected with us on social media and visit our website for more episodes, sponsorship opportunities, and upcoming pop-up events. Until next time, Make sure that you are chasing those dreams, and remember that success is just one step away. All right, that's it. Until next time, cheers.